Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Anime Circuit. We're finally all caught up, and
Ish.
we're caught up just fine enough.
It's uploading now.
Yeah, but like, who cares? You know what? This is real time for us. This ain't real time for you. So we can manipulate time. Wahahaha. We are your gods. Regardless, we are on an off week. And so here we bring to you our review of the iDOLM STER movie. And I think with enough discussion and enough fun with this film, this very loosely translated film, since apparently no one knows what the fucking title is, we can make this review probably last a little while and definitely make this episode worth it. Not to mention, I've also noticed the past two episodes have only been like a little bit over an hour. So yeah, I mean, whether this episode is short or long will be to be determined. So I am your host, Drake, and with me I have my co-host, Miles.
Hello everyone! This movie was so good that it was terrible, but it was so terrible that it was fantastic.
And Will.
This movie was cancer. Beautiful, beautiful cancer.
But anyways,
Also, hi.
our review of the movie, iDOLM STER Kagayaki no Muko Gawa E, whatever the fuck that means.
What was your translation, Will?
To the other side of the light.
I got to the other side of the light as well.
My translation was Beyond the Brilliant Future. And I fucking love it!
That's amazing.
Dude, the subs that I found for this fucking movie were fantastic. At the very beginning, when they threw the iDOLM STER movie logo at the top, they were like, buy the Blu-ray! Do it!
Okay, so getting down to business, you two haven't. Let's do Will first.
Let's start with the beginning.
The beginning? Okay, the beginning of the
beginning.
film.
Yes.
So
The film. The beginning of the film.
so basically, us, having to like rewatch an entire new episode of Are We Live, because for whatever reason that wasn't enough in both episode 15 and 26.
No, it's not Are We Live. It's the new version that they talked
Are We
about at the
Live
end
Revolution?
of the series.
Revolution. Totally.
Revolution. Yep. Remember the show got canceled and then they wanted to reboot the show?
Oh yeah, I mean I remember. I never said I wanted to watch it again.
Although
I liked it when it was up.
You gotta admit that the fucking magical girl fights out of nowhere in the beginning
great.
were fantastic. It was amazing. I was like, I would fucking watch that shit.
I love how these movies, like these in-canon movies that these girls make, are like that they always star them like as the entire cast. So they play both like female and male characters, and it's always about them. So it's like
no, this movie was literally Magical Girl Evangelion with idols.
oh Will,
What?
did you ever watch the episode 26 OVA?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
Miles did. I was surprised Miles even went as far as to go and do
It
that.
was almost as funny as episode 8. Alright, okay.
Now this movie, there are some things I like about it, but it is no doubt definitely the most flawed iDOLM STER has ever been. But then this thing fucking won like the Kobe Awards for like best anime movie.
But I heard Xenoglossia is very bad too.
We're not talking about Xenoglossia. Because that is literally Evangelion with idols.
You don't even know that unless you watched it.
I read the description in a couple reviews. And that's what everyone said.
So it is basically like watching one of their Are We Live movies.
Just in a shittier format. So after we get the freaking fantastic trailer that people should have to be making AMVs out of, but no one's ever used it before, because no one's ever seen this fucking movie, we go ahead and move on to other things. which I can't even talk about right now because I'm drinking too much.
Well, the premise is pretty simple. It basically jumps straight back to The Office, more or less, and talks about how, like...
The concert.
Well, first of all, it opens up by saying that Miki and Chihaya are easily the two most successful of all of 765 Pro, and that they put every other idol in that office to fucking shame. Chihaya and Miki are going abroad to America, and I'll bring that up later. So, anyways, after that little bit of exposition where we kind of reassert everyone's status after going through like a character montage introduction thing, basically the premise of the movie lays itself out as producer and Ritsuko and the other staff members basically announced that the biggest concert ever that 765 Pro is ever gonna do is coming. It's like
the live arena, the battle to the death.
Yeah, and this is an arena concert, right? So they're like gonna be like in
like the big football soccer arenas, and it's like
right crowds basically 360 around them.
You'd expect this to be like an American pop concert.
Yeah,
how big they made that.
Yeah, I mean this dome they go to was pretty fucking gigantic.
This ain't no regular idol shit. This is top idol shit.
This is fucking 765 Pro, dude. And pro don't mean production. Pro means they're fucking pro.
They're fucking pro, dude. Oh my god.
That's how bad the movie was.
And so with that, Haruka gets appointed leader,
team captain, and literally at that moment, she looks up towards everyone, and everyone gives her a good smile, and then she looks over to the other side, everyone gives her a good smile, and then everyone starts clapping. They're like, yeah, go, yeah, you can do it. And then you just get this one cut to Miki. And she just has this
It was brilliant.
perfect expression on her face, where it's just like, you can see that, yeah, she's happy, she's smiling, but she's not moving. Her eyes aren't moving. Nothing on her is moving. And in that very moment, in my head, I literally felt as though she was saying this to Haruka, right to her face. I will fucking cut you, bitch. I will rip your face off and wear it as my own if I have to get that title of leader. Fuck you. Literally, there was so much fucking bloodlust behind that innocent face of hers. You have no fucking idea until you see that shit.
So it's like,
is it bad that I'm laughing at my own
No,
joke?
it's not.
so to a certain degree, to a certain degree, like maybe you question a little bit why Haruka was chosen leader as compared to anyone else who, has a more successful career than she does. But in its own way, I guess when you try to think about it, maybe it makes a little bit of sense since she's the one who always tried to
Get the team together and all that.
Yeah, keep the team together or always speak for the whole team.
She understands everyone's feelings.
Well, I guess that's sort of the thing right there, right? Is because she has been the one that always holds the team together, and even though it doesn't really define 100% a leadership quality, that's kind of what this movie is about. Since I guess if you didn't notice that Haruka really didn't develop at the end of the series, well. So it's like you don't really realize something's missing. You'll realize it now.
A little bit. She does a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, that's kind of what the point of this was. The point was for her to kind of, come into her own and trust her own decisions, so that she doesn't rely on the group as much anymore. Is like, because by the end of the series, she was still relying on the group just as much as when her arc started. Like I said in the review for the series, it was about returning things to status quo, and this is finally about breaking it and Haruka. Being able to do shit for herself.
Okay, alright, so, yeah. after the fucking stare down for like a literal half second where you just get this knife in your throat and you're like, oh, Mickey, what the fuck? We go ahead and hear the producer go ahead and tell everyone, alright, we're gonna do a training camp. So fuck yeah, we're gonna go do this shit. And you know what? We're getting you backup dancers. It's gonna be fucking awesome because these are new idols, aspiring idols from a place that's training them.
Some school for idols.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? You don't need to know that shit. Just know that they're there for you, no one else. Yeah, and so they go and do a little training montage kind of thing for idols, which is just a little bit of music and them dancing and running.
No, these new girls
are so bland.
No, cameos, of like some of the few selected for whatever reason, they selected these chosen ones. However many of them there were like 8 or something.
7.
These are all some of the Million Live girls from the Million Live mobile card game series, whatever. So, on the topic of fan service, I feel like this movie has a lot of that, and I'm going to address why I hate one of the most prevalent points about the movie, but that when it comes to how it applies fan service in this. But we'll get there when it's time to get there. But anyways, I just wanted to throw out like who these girls were, just for those who don't know.
I figured it was something like that.
And also, I just wanted to say that like I'm really glad Now was in the movie. I mean, she doesn't do as much shit, like she doesn't really do anything in the fucking movie, just like any of these other girls do, except for like this movie was basically of any of the Million Live girls that any got any attention. It was Kana and Shiho because, well, Kana's whiny and then Shiho's a bitch. And then all the other girls are just kind of there, but Now I like Now because she has my favorite. She has the majority of like my favorite Million Live cards. And so I was happy to see her.
Isn't she the redneck one?
Yeah, she's the one with the ponytail on the side.
She was the one I cared about. I'm like, I hate all of you except that one girl who's kind of a redneck. She is endearing.
Oh, but look,
I hate the rest of you.
Look at her Million Live cards though. Like she has some of the coolest designs.
Why are we talking about this?
Because
she's in the movie.
Because she's in the movie.
But I don't know shit about
I'm
her.
just saying. The Million Live cards are fucking dope most of the time. Regardless.
Most of the time.
Okay. So, anyways,
all right. So we do the training montage. Fucking montage.
Right, and who knew you could spend so much time on a training montage too? Like they spend a lot of the time in this summer camp.
It was like 15 minutes of montage, and with like 2-minute in between break of like, yeah, okay, we're gonna get ready for our next montage.
We're eating food and being closet lesbians.
So, some unique things, I guess you could say, maybe take away from this movie, or to kind of help make it more tolerable when you want to look at it. It's something of a, when you're trying to find as much good qualities about this movie as you can. It's not like we haven't. It's not like we haven't seen the girls like argue before and stuff like that, but to kind of teach these girls a lesson to say, it's like it doesn't matter if you're not perfect now, even we're still not perfect now, because it's like we argue and stuff too, and these girls kind of undermining their own talent, and and them constantly being reassured by kind of seeing the flaws of the other girls, that it's like, it's okay, like, being an idol doesn't mean you have to be perfect, you just have to put on the persona of one.
Well, even then, they don't have to put on the persona, they can be clumsy as fuck and be like, oh, tee I tripped.
That's Haruka's entire character.
And then things happen during this training montage, so it's like
they did?
The little arguing scene, sort of. I mean, not so much the training montage, but I mean just them being like in the summer home.
Yeah, so a few of the idols go ahead and find some of the dancers / pre-Madonna idols that will never be as good, apparently, in their minds. Yeah, we'll get into that depressing scenario later with the rain and still frames and slow motion for no fucking reason. That'll come later. A few of the idols go ahead and take into their own and find a couple of the girls that they relate to and go like, yo, why are you sitting there by yourself? And then they're like, I don't know, 'cause everyone else is a piece of shit and I'm better than them. So Forehead Girl goes to that girl who's like that, and she's like, you know what? Stop being a stuck-up bitch. Shit, that's how it works.
Coming from the one who is probably the most stuck up of a bitch herself at the start of the series.
Yes, but at least she fucking admitted it. So, props for that. So yeah, they find the person to go to, and then they give him some info. Then we get to Haruka. We get to Haruka and Kana.
It was fucking rotoscoped.
You guys tell me about your experience. You guys tell me about your experience with this scene, and then I will give mine.
It looks like Akunohara.
Not that bad.
It wasn't that.
I exploded laughing.
It wasn't that bad, but
Yes, it was, Drake.
no. But this still has its own share of problems, right? Because I don't understand why this one scene, of all scenes, why the scene even at all was chosen to be rotoscoped. But it was. And it's oddly the most fluid, but at the same time most choppy scene in the entire movie. Because, like, it's fluid because it's like actual human motion, but it's choppy because it's like, you can tell that the animators aren't really keeping up with the normal human motions.
Yeah.
And so it makes the scene just look really, really strange.
Uncanny Valley.
And what bothers me even more about it is like why this series?
Yeah, why this random scene?
Why this series? Why this scene? I mean, just think about Idol Master's art style for a second. Nothing about it should ever try to resemble real life. This show doesn't even look remotely real. These girls are moe. These girls are little flimsy sticks with big heads. You know, it's like, why are you trying to somehow adapt this into realistic motion?
Drake?
It just doesn't fit.
Drake, I am going to provide to you the perfect explanation as to why it seemed like the quality dropped, when in fact the bar was raised. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now hear me out on this. Remember, throughout the series, the regular Idolmaster series, Haruka was handing out her LSD candies each episode.
God.
All right.
Okay?
This is gonna get good.
Every episode, and more, everyone would get more and more fucking cross-eyed and go fucking nuts, and they'd be like, yeah, we can fucking do idol shit because we're high as fuck. But so far, to this point in the movie, nobody has eaten any candy, let alone anything else for that matter. So no one is high, and then all of a sudden, Haruka comes upon this bitch Kana, and she's got this fucking bag full of sweets, and she just drops them all over the fucking place. And as soon as she drops them, we, the audience,
Take the LSD.
see the candy, and we are the ones who get fucking high. We're the ones who get fucked up. That's why everything looks all fucking crazy and out of focus and out of depth. We got fucked up from her just dropping it and making us look at it. Because we've had no contact with candy for the entire movie up till this point. And you know, as soon as they talk about that shit, fucking Haruka's gotta be there. She sensed the candy. She had to go to it. That's the only way she found Kana in the first
Her drug
place.
senses were activated.
She's like a drug dog.
Her drug dealer's powers were working their magic. Because they went to the camp and she wasn't allowed to take any of her LSD with her.
Producer prohibited it.
Gotta set a good example.
Producer hid her drugs.
And so as she picks up the candy, every time they touch a piece of candy, the scene looks more fucked up. You'll notice that. Like, every time they pick up one piece, it It gets more rotoscoped. It gets more fucked up, more out of depth. By the end of it, Haruka is standing there, and she looks well proportioned. And then in the foreground, to the left, in the foreground, you see Kana. And her head is gigantic as fuck, but her body is the exact same width as Haruka's in that scene. I took a fucking tape measure, put it up to my screen, compared it, and it was the exact fucking width.
You had a lot of free time when you watched this movie.
Now, I might have been a little bit drunk, so maybe not exactly, but just a fucking bout. It was so fucked up. And then, once they finally put the candies away in the bag, it was over. The trip was gone.
It looked like anime again?
It was all because she dropped the fucking candy. So how do you like that explanation, Drake? The quality actually went up because the drugs were present.
The drugs make this anime.
Yep. It shows just a metaphor for drug dealing.
It shows the dark side of the idol business.
Doing cocaine and LSD. The dark side of the idol industry, full of crack and LSD.
Oh my god. I think this one had a little more acid in it.
Well, talking about the announcement of producer leaving.
The producer announces that he's leaving to go to
Hollywood,
America.
He's totally eloping with Mickey. I know it. No, he's of legal age, and she's what, 15?
She is not the legal age.
He is.
Anime doesn't follow fucking age limits, alright?
Apparently this one does. Because they announced so beforehand.
That it's illegal.
Yep.
First, they literally said, like, every character's jailbait except for Azusa.
Are you kidding? I will tell you right now, Producer San is going for the hardest route. He is going for Ritsuko. He's going for Ritsuko. He has been since the very fucking first moment of the Idolmaster series. Because he hits on her the first moment he sees her. As the camera dude with the question.
Is that your OTP?
And then after that, it's all downhill from there because he's gone on the hardest harem route. On the hardest route, that's not the harem route. Because he's already got that shit taken care of.
I love Miles' crackpot theories. These are great.
He's already got that shit taken care of. He's going for Ritsuko. He's going for Ritsuko. He's been going for Ritsuko, and he always will be going for Ritsuko. He knows he's got all the other bitches wrapped around his finger.
He really does.
He's going for Ritsuko. And he's like, yo, you should do this because I know it'll make you happy. And it would make me happy. Giggity. And then every one of their fucking interactions when they're not talking about business, they're basically fucking each other with their mouths and eyes. I swear to God, they're so hard for each other. Oh my god, just fuck already.
Miles, I want to see your government conspiracy theories.
Well, Miles, I did tell you that, like, Ritsuko probably has the most consistently well-made porn.
She's like one of the characters who aren't jailbait.
But she isn't best girl, that's the problem.
Who is best girl?
Freaking no one, because the series sucks.
We want to watch Cinderella Girls.
That comes at a later time, Will. We do not talk about shit that isn't even released, so don't.
So, are you gonna go out of your way to watch the Shiny Festo OVAs
Shut the
too?
fuck up.
I'm going to. I'm going to find a torrent for them. I mean, I gotta find a legal stream for them.
Producer San, with the San, decides that he needs to train.
In business.
He needs to go to fucking Hollywood, and he's like, yeah, I gotta get down to business and get better so then I can train better idols.
He needs to level up his producerism.
Because I'm inspired by the idol group in front of me. Who are advancing in their careers. And I'm fucking dead in the middle in the water going, well, fuck, I'm not doing anything new. So I better go learn some English and fucking get better at my job so then I can become president and kick the old dude with glasses out. By the way, he has fucking glasses now. We never saw that shit before. That was fucking awesome. President is best girl. That's it. President, son, is best girl.
Chief Takagi, or whatever his name is. Takagi.
He is president to me.
He is the president.
He's better than Obama.
So anyways, throwing in my 2 cents on this development.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink more so then I can hopefully shut up eventually.
So this scene really, really bothered me because, I mean, a lot of drama happens in this movie, but this is easily, by far, the most empty of the entire film.
No, it's not.
Yo, yeah.
Everyone goes like, what the fuck? And then they're like,
okay.
What the fuck?
No.
And then they're
breaking this down, how long?
What?
He said he's only going to be gone for a year, and then he's going to come.
He didn't even say that in my
He didn't say that in mine
subs.
either. He just said he'd be gone for a while, for a long time.
Yeah, he never had a predetermined time. He just said, I'm going to be gone for a
No,
while.
I remember them saying he'd be gone.
Drake, we watched it today. We know.
He'd be gone for a year. Yeah, and I remember.
That's what we got out of our subs, anyways. I don't know what you got.
And the ones you linked me, he said, sometime soon, and a long time.
Love you long time.
Regardless,
He will love Miki long time.
he's coming back, and within a period that is tolerable, right? And then not only is he going on his own, but I don't know why either Chihaya or Miki are sad, since they're going to the same exact fucking place he is.
Well, Chihaya should be, because she's going to the opposite side of the country.
New York City.
She's going to New York?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Okay, she's going to New York. Miki and producer are going to California.
Miki's going to Hollywood.
Perfect place for Miki.
So anyways, and then, like, you know, and then all the characters kind of just going around talking about
how much they love him. And they'll miss him.
Yeah, blah, 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 right? But it's like, they don't ever really take any time whatsoever to really reflect on, like, what he means to them. They're just like, oh, man, I'm going to miss him. And then, simple solution, just, bam, you know, immediately, without any further thought. It's just like, let's just do our last concert for him, just make it the best concert ever. And then we can drop the plot point.
Haruka had a flashback, which I don't even know why it was necessary. And she was, like, sitting next to the producer, and producer's like, yo, you my bitch. You know what's up.
So how long's producer been a pimp?
Do it right. We got this shit. Don't worry about it.
So anyways, this plot point just comes and goes for no real reason. There's no real drama associated with it. And I know it was only there for no other reason than to be more fan service from the games, because it's a plot point of the games to basically make your idols successful within the amount of time that you have before you go leave for America. And so now they're just taking that little point from the games because it's got to put fan service, more fan service, more fan service, more fan service into this movie, and it's like, oh, this little plot point that doesn't mean anything, let's just throw that in there too. And I'm just like, wonderful.
I honestly just prefer a beach episode for the entire movie. If you wanted fan service.
Well, actually, there was literally a beach episode hidden inside of it.
No, there wasn't.
There was a beach montage.
Montage.
Beach montage.
Yeah, that does not count as a beach episode.
It was like half an episode.
No, really, it was
half
just
a beach episode at least.
Hibiki and Makoto jumping off a cliff. That was it.
It was everyone in the fucking swimsuits and going, yeah, we're fucking sexy.
We're running towards the ocean.
For some reason.
Done.
When really Azusa's the only one that you can really have a boner over. Then they have the freaking mini concert.
Which was apparently a failure.
The dancers in the background fuck up, and then they're like, oh, we're fuck ups. We suck at this shit, and we want to give up.
And then one girl gives up.
Then comes our main plot point.
The girl no one cares about gives up.
Kana suddenly disappears, and doesn't tell anyone why the fuck she left.
Yep. So Kana's like the actual one to take giving up to heart, while all the other girls say, oh no man, like, sure, we can bounce back from this. Why not? after going through their fair share of pep talks, but Kana's just like, nah, I'm not cut out for this. I'm a failure.
Not after the black-haired bitch decided
She a
to
hoe.
pitch me out, like, royally.
She ho a ho.
The black-haired bitch. The black-haired bitch. The black-haired bitch.
Anyway, so this is where Haruka's character arc kind of finally starts.
A half hour into the
where all of a
movie.
sudden now the leadership pressure's on her, and everyone's like, leader, what do you want to do? What are you going to do, leader? What are you going to do about Kana? Are we going to leave Kana? Are we going to get her back?
What are we gonna do about the fact that we're missing a person and that everyone sucks?
And then Haruka's just constantly breaking under pressure because she's just like, I don't know what to do. People, stop putting your pressure on me.
Well, you're the fucking leader. Make a decision. Then she's like, well, I want to make a decision as leader and not base it off my feelings, but I want to make a decision off my feelings but not be a leader. And conflicting bullshit that doesn't matter.
So, yeah, it basically takes the final half of the film from Haruka to make this decision.
So it takes the final 3/4 of the film.
For Haruka just to kind of, like, introspect. It just kind of question herself the entire time, talk to everybody, everyone kind of reconfirm, and then, I mean, like, literally everyone who matters, is to constantly keep telling her, oh, just do what you want. Do what you want.
And drop her.
And then also to reconfirm, which was already confirmed like 12 times throughout the movie, that the black-haired bitch is indeed a black-haired bitch. The black-haired bitch. The black-haired
I literally just put in the Skype chat, just slap her already.
Yeah, because She-Ho thinks she's got, she's got it, it made, right? Like, she thinks she knows everything. And so she's like, why are you a leader? Like, totally, like, you suck. You can't even make a decision. Leave Kana behind. Fuck her. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, everyone kind of has to, like, stand up to She-Ho and be like, you are beneath us. Shut the fuck up, little one.
Little one. That's great.
Yeah, so by some clever way, this anime, finds how to take up, like, the next, like, 45 minutes of this film just by constantly having Haruka ask, just, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And literally going down a list of, like, every person, just constantly saying, do what you want.
And then, by the end of it, she's like, okay, alright, you know what? I'm gonna fucking call the bitch. Finally. And she texts her and fucking tries to call her and texts her, and then finally, after a text, and after waiting through a 10-second still frame while she's sitting atop her bed,
No sound.
the sound, the ring happens. And then she picks up the phone, and then she's like, hello? And then no one answers.
7
and then she's like,
days.
this is Haruka. And then finally she gets a hi. And it's like, bitch, you better get the fuck back here. And no, she doesn't really say it like that. She's like, I need you. We need you. Don't give up. Don't lose hope.
Don't lose
We're
your
here for
way.
you, blah, blah. And then Kana's like, no, I don't want this. Don't lose
Go my
your
way. Go my way.
There needs to be a remix of those two songs.
There needs to be.
You can't beat DMX. Where are the idols at?
No, there needs to be a remix of Go My Way and
And Don't Lose Your Way.
Don't Lose Your Way.
Before my body has derized the song name. Speaking of Go My Way, there's not a single insert song for over an hour in this movie.
Yeah, the insert songs in this movie are like Go My Way, Music, Masterpiece, and
then it's just
And the song from the beginning, from the, like, End of World or something. And then first bit of Nemuri Hime.
yeah, Nemuri Hime plays during the movie trailer.
There's one more song in there that I thought was okay. Well, whatever. I don't really prefer idol songs.
Me either, usually.
Hey, but I know you really fucking dug Jello when we played it in my car.
Well, that's because we were playing in your fucking car and we were going like, yeah, this is a jam! And blasting it.
That was the only good thing that ever came out of Wake Up Girls was Jello.
I can't remember any of the songs from Wake Up Girls.
Oh, Jello wasn't even in the anime, though. You actually had to, like, go look for it, like, in the fucking outside soundtrack shit.
So fuck it. What are we talking about?
Phone calls.
Oh yeah, she fucking hangs up on Haruka and Haruka goes, why? And then she grows a fucking pair and decides, okay, you know what? We're gonna find the bitch.
And then she organizes a manhunt throughout whatever town she lives in.
Everyone gets in on it and starts looking for it. They go look in fucking the coffee store. They go look in the coffee cafe. They go looking at the coffee grocery store. They just look for coffee.
They go to her coffee house.
And then they go to her house, which does not contain coffee.
Or does it contain a kana?
It didn't. It didn't contain a kana. But then all of a sudden, after they ring the doorbell, and then after they miraculously make Haruka ask the most obvious question of all, did she tell you anything that might give you a hint as to where she is? That is word to word for you, folks.
It is.
And then Haruka all of a sudden goes, no, not really. And then, oh, wait. Flashback time.
The river.
It's the river. Go by the riverbed. I like to swim by there. She's like, I fucking know where to go, and goes there, and she's sitting there all sad.
She eats candy by the riverbed.
I know. That's why. She holds the candy out. She can't even eat the candy. It's in the wrapper. So we don't really get that much of an effect this time.
She's trying to go sober.
She's trying to go clean.
But it's still there. We're not tripping balls, but we're feeling it. We're feeling that slight buzz that's going on there, okay? And then this whole time as they're looking for her, there's this dramatic fucking slow motion running scenes, and then it switches to regular motion, then back to slow motion. It's like, why is this happening? It's raining for the dramatic effect. And I think I've been talking too much. You guys are hardly fucking talking for this whole thing.
Because it's fun to listen to drunk you talk.
You're trying to recap the entire movie, how you perceive it.
It's amazing.
Oh my god, this is terrible. And they're just fucking high on LSD and in slow motion, regular motion, and then they're like, oh, bitch, get back here. Because she just ups and drops her umbrella and fucking books it.
Somehow outruns them.
And I'm like, whoa, Haruka, how are you supposed to fucking catch up to the bitch? She's like a world record runner for that sprint. Jesus Christ.
She's Usain Bolt.
And then after they all catch up to her, they like fucking corner on a bridge. Literally, when they did that, she was like standing up next to the rails. I was like, she's gonna fucking jump. She's gonna
kill herself. Jump, 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 jump.
Is she gonna do it? I pulled out the popcorn and was like,
jump,
she's
jump,
gonna fucking
jump.
do it, isn't she? And then she didn't. She just fucking pulled her hood off. And she was
like,
fat. I'm fat.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was...
What the fuck? What the fuck? This bitch is fat? That's your problem?
You caused an hour and a half worth of drama because you gained weight.
And then everyone's like, oh, well, shit. I'm pretty sure I would have quit too. Literally, everyone kind of gave that look. Like, yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Like, oh yeah, I would have quit.
It's because she took too much of her LSD candies. That's why. She got high as shit.
She got the munchies.
Didn't realize she was getting fat. And then when she finally looked in the mirror one morning, she was like, oh, fuck. Well, I'm done.
Well, I quit.
I didn't mind this development too much. I mean, if there's one thing that we like haven't explored yet, when it comes to going through the idol industry, and really, I don't even think any idol anime has ever touched this topic. It's like, what happens when you gain weight? Well, simple solution, you lose it. But at least you saw someone go through the problem.
How would they gain weight doing idol exercises and stuff?
Well, she didn't do idol exercises.
She fucking sat at home and ate candy.
Well, yeah, that's the point for her, but...
Yeah, so she was so fucking high that she didn't realize she was getting fat. She's like, okay, I'm fine. I can just deal with my sorrows with drugs and candy and sweets. And, yeah, I'll get over it soon enough. And then, next thing you know, fucking pudgy cheeks. And that's really the only thing pudgy about her. Other than her big sweatshirt, which may be covering a bit of a tummy, which... whatever, you can't really tell.
I wonder who people who, actually, play or like the Million Life card game, how they felt about kind of being the one treated like shit in this movie.
I think it was fantastic.
It was great. I already hated you from the beginning. Suffer!
No, it was proper character development. Kana's the only one who actually developed in this fucking show. And she didn't need it. She was already Haruka. She was already a drug dealer. She had more drugs than fucking Haruka. Are you kidding?
Haruka stole her drugs.
But yeah, after they corner the bitch, she takes it off, she's fat. Everyone's like, well, fuck. And then they're like, okay, alright. Haruka convinces her, and she's like, okay, I believe in myself again somehow, even though I'm still fat. And then they're like, no, we gotta make you believe even more than you already do. So we're gonna take you to fucking stage, the live stage, the live whatever
arena.
The live arena of death.
I was waiting for them to sport kick her off the stage.
They go ahead and just fucking give her a long-ass speech. Haruka gives a long-ass speech like, I believe, and you can do it, and we can all do it if we try together. I think.
We're all in this together.
Please, go. Kill yourself.
Alright. So anyways, after all that, everyone's in fucking tears. Everyone's like, oh yeah. And then at the very end, she's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be an idol because I believe in shit. Oh, by the way, guess who Kana's a big fan of? She's a big fan of fucking Haruka, and she gets her fucking autograph like a creepy little bitch, sneaking in there like, I need your autograph on my little fucking Doki thing, whatever the hell it is. And it's like, oh, come on. And then Haruka's like, what? What? And that, she was just left in awe, but fuck it, that's not important. The important thing, though, is that she left it behind to symbolize her leaving the idol community forever for good, but not really, because she still wanted it. She still thirsted it. So Drake, any input so far?
No. A lot of this movie speaks for itself, and I really don't have much to say about any key points that I took away from this movie until we get to, like, the concert.
Till we get to the concert? Oh, jeez, the concert.
A lot of good and bad things about this movie really came to light during the concert scene.
Will, your input while I'm letting it soak in. Letting the magic soak in.
I mean, my video was corrupted during the performance, so I didn't see much of it.
Not the performance, the fucking speech.
Oh, the speech was crazy. She was on LSD the entire time, I think. She was still with the effect from the candy. Yelling to people who weren't there in the back. I'm like, you know no one's in there, right?
She went ahead and announced everyone was fucking there. And she's like, this is everyone that was important to us throughout our career and needs to be there, and yeah. And everyone fucking cries. And then they go ahead and go outside the building. And then they have the fucking nerve to go ahead and say,
to make a fat joke.
oh yeah, you're fucking fat. Ha 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 ha. You should lose your weight. You're not gonna, yeah, you're not having any more sweets, honey. You're fat.
What?
That was like, come on, really? We gotta do that? We gotta do that right now? Seriously? And then we go ahead and get to the point where it's like, we have another mini training montage, and then all of a sudden, they're at the concert, and they go ahead and they're getting ready to go on, and then producer San, emphasis with the San,
Peace on.
goes ahead and Namco Pro. So, Namco Pro goes ahead and says, look, this is the last thing I want you girls to do, and you're gonna fucking do it the best that you've ever done. It's gonna be the best, yeah.
For your pimp.
And then he goes up to Haruka and he's like, you know what you gotta do, right, bitch? And then she's like, yeah, bitch, you got it. Fist pump, yeah. And then they all walk up on stage, and then they look like they're fucking perfect, holding hands, and they're like, yeah,
they are ready, and they are ladies.
And then you look and see the dancers, and they're all going like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
That was hilarious. They're like sitting there like,
well, now ain't the time to fuck up, girls.
When are we supposed to fucking go? and then the concert starts, and then all of a sudden you realize that the entire 3 episodes worth of budget that you saw before was all actually used at the end. The budget that you wanted for the whole movie was used at the end. And then they fucking cut out the rest, and they just fucking copy-pasted from the previous show. And made some new shit. And yeah, it was fucking fantastic, actually. The
beautiful.
glow sticks looked so fucking good. I don't even know, compared to the fucking previous in the show, the glow sticks looked fantabular.
Fantabular.
Oh, it was great. Yes, they looked fantabular.
So, my opinion on this concert scene. I appreciated the ambition of it a lot, but I do take issues with it. First of all, one, I personally could see the inconsistency between when 3D models were and were not being used.
So could I.
And this doesn't mean 3D models were ever on the screen. This ain't no Love Live bullshit. I mean, iDOLM STER is certainly a step above that in terms of quality and, you know, what standards it holds itself to.
Yeah, it looked good. It almost looked 3D with how good it looked, which is a little scary. But it wasn't 3D.
But yeah, but you could tell some of these movements, based on how complicated they were certainly 3D referenced. And then I noticed the inconsistency between when 3D was and was not being used, because when it wasn't being used, things looked a lot flatter.
Yeah.
And
well, that's any 3D.
I mean, it was very minor, only maybe just like 1 or 2 seconds, during like the whole scene. But I caught those glimpses when I saw them. And then also during the big dramatic camera pan scene, which, you know, looked fantastic.
Yeah, that was like, oh shit, this is great, yeah.
But there was like a little bit of ghosting kind of going on, like at the end. And then, I mean, the only reason why I kind of noticed it was because it seemed like the camera was progressively getting more blurry as that scene went, to me. And I only say that because it's like, it's a very complicated scene. It doesn't even really look like this movie had that much of a budget going for it in the first place. And when you do something as ambitious like that, you really got to try to blend the frames. So, I mean, those are little things I noticed, but I love the concert scene too much to really hold those things against it. But, you know, when talking about the rotoscoping scene earlier in the movie, and then talking about kind of the combination of 2D, 3D animation here, you can tell there was a lot of visual experiments going on, and not all of them for the better. But whatever the case, this movie tried to do what it could with what it had, and I appreciate the amount of ambition that went into it. I mean, this movie never really stooped to, you know, 3D and stuff like that. iDOLM STER has always been consistent in its 2D animation, and this concert scene, you know, definitely looks really good. And even when the camera panned away, and then like the you know, firework confetti like came out, you know, on the last chorus, yeah, it blew me away. I was just like,
The song went too good, though.
It was pretty captivating.
Yeah, the fucking gold shit flying all over the place. I'm like, how did you not get that in your eye? But it looks so fucking good. But seriously, do you have like reflective shields above your heads, or did they drop it on specific spots so then it didn't hit you girls? Because I'm pretty sure that didn't fucking happen. I'm pretty sure they just fucking threw it all over the place and they were like, boom!
And Haruka just tripped on one and ruined the concert for everyone.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't happen. But oh well.
And so something else I really liked about the concert, now getting to the best positive about this concert scene, probably the best positive of the whole movie, is that how do I put this? Well, I know how to put it. It's just I'm trying to do my best not to compare this to Love Live.
Just say it.
Okay, so I really liked how Masterpiece as a song, and basically, you know, the final scene of the film, those lyrics were like a real big thank you to the audience directly. You know, talking about how far they've come and how much, you know, they appreciate the fans and how much they're going to keep doing their best and working hard, and, you know, and then they're only at the stages that they're at because they've had support throughout their whole lives, right? And I saw that in the same way I saw kind of like the Love Live Season 2 finale, and I even made a thread about the Love Live Season 2 finale and why it was the best episode of that whole show, when the show wasn't really good, was because it was a real sincere thank you and tribute to how far the journey has come. And because this movie wanted to focus more so on Haruka, that's what the movie ended up being about, rather than a real celebration of the whole entire journey. But the movie didn't ignore that factor and just kind of put that factor in
the final song.
And I really appreciated it.
I saw what it had going for it, but still wasn't that amazing of a song.
Oh, it wasn't that amazing of a song. I mean, I certainly don't have it downloaded or anything like that, but I'm just saying
None of the songs from this movie I
the
downloaded.
lyrics I really like a lot. You don't have Nomura Hime?
Okay, that doesn't count. Only in this movie that were not in the original show.
But yeah, I mean, that was kind of my journey with this film from start to finish. And Miles, you know, first was so enthusiastic that he had to cover the whole film.
It was so bad that it was good.
That was bad
so
again.
So good that it was fucking terrifyingly bad.
Yeah, but I took real note of the amount of fan service in this movie, the inconsistent art, and final concert scene. I mean, those and Haruka's, you know, arc, of course, even though the conclusion was rather forced when she finally just sort of said, you know what, I'm just gonna get up and go do things. Especially after like 40 minutes of just people telling her, do what you want, do what you want,
you know
do what
what
you want.
You know the most disappointing thing that I found about the last concert scene? And this comes during the credits. During the credits, they show a picture of the concert being played. Just, you know, the picture they play in the credits? And there's a part where they have fucking lasers shooting out. I'm like, where were the fucking lasers? You're gonna tell me you didn't use all your fucking props on the big show at the very end of the fucking movie that you had in there?
You saved lasers?
What the fuck? You sick bastards! There were lasers and you didn't use them?
Yeah, something about the show that's still kind of in its own way above this movie is as good as the final concert scene was, it was only one song. I mean, you can look at any episode in the original series that had a concert, and there was dozens upon dozens of songs featured. You know, it was like it wanted to feel like an actual concert. And then in this, it was more so they just kind of wanted to throw all the money they had at the screen
they
rather
fucking
than
ended it. That's what they did.
rather than to be, you know, this big explosive final concert scene. You just got your song, you got your fan service, you know, thank you everybody, you know,
Bye.
Yeah. But it's not goodbye, is it? Because they're Cinderella girls.
Is that even really related?
No, it's not related. Even though I think I saw a cameo of Rin in the credits, though.
Okay, so, yeah, after that, fucking Namaka Pro, and everyone's, like, there to see him off at the airport, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing here? This is a bad move.
Wear disguises.
This is not good. You're all here. You're gonna fucking get me in trouble, and get yourselves in trouble. The fucking paparazzi should be following you everywhere you go. What the fuck are you doing?
You had an arena full of people.
That's one other gigantic gripe with this series that I have. Overall. Wherever these bitches go, the paparazzi never fucking follow them. Except for that one time.
Because they're in disguise.
No. They're not in fucking disguise when they're running around looking for,
Kana.
fucking Haruka's clone.
Haruka 2.0.
Haruka 0.5. How about that?
She is that.
She's the prototype of Haruka.
She is the prototype.
Haruka is the advanced version.
Haruka 0.5. Whatever her fucking name is. I don't even remember, and I've said it like 3,000 times. Kanamari. They're fucking looking for Katamari, and there's no one fucking there taking pictures of that shit, going, oh shit, isn't that the girl that's on TV everywhere? On the posters everywhere?
I thought the shove that girl off a bridge. I'm imagining like a paparazzi the article. Popular idols shove a girl off a bridge.
This movie made me want to see Cinderella Girls.
Is that a compliment?
I don't know why. I have no reason other than the fact that it was just that bad that I have to see Cinderella Girls now. Just for the fact that it's gotta be that stupid fun to watch. It needs to be. If it's not, if it's serious about itself, I can't even watch that shit. But I will try.
You will be disappointed.
If it goes all serious, it'll be like, what the fuck? No, stop.
So all the girls kind of see him off at the airport, and then the credits sort of roll, and then we get something of an epilogue-ish during like all the little kind of pictures that flash forward to their lives a bit in the same way like it would be like the episode of the series.
signing autographs, fucking banging Miki.
Yeah, Miki coming to America and then like tackling him.
Banging Miki.
Yeah, and she even fully admitted it when it was her turn, to have to talk with Haruka, and she's like, it's like I would have totally sacrificed like everything people love about me if I could just have producer appoint me as leader. And I was like, damn girl, you are real obsessive.
Just remember, she's jailbait.
Give me the cuffs.
Give me the cuffs.
Wow, Drake.
Drake.
Okay, alright, I think we're done now. This was our review. So overall, are we gonna do a rating or are we just gonna say fuck it?
I say we do a rating.
Okay.
I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
This movie, I think it's kind of a unanimous decision to leave it like a 3 out of 5 or a 6 out of 10. This movie was fine. We can make fun of it a lot, but it was at no point ever actually unwatchable.
It was a little better than average, but it was ridiculous, and it was like, what the fuck?
It's a giant fan service movie.
Yep. Well, that's our show for today, guys. I kind of fucking took over because I don't know why.
It was great.
They let me. So, whatever.
I only did it because I knew I wouldn't be able to hold a podcast on my own. I only had 3 or 4 points to make with this film.
I guess I'll do the outro since I barely do it. My name is Miles. I'm the guy who suddenly fucking talked about shit for once. And did it a little too much. With me, we had Drake.
I am not a lady, but I am ready.
He is not a lady, but he's ready. And then we had Will.
According to Drake, I had to kill myself.
Well, that was according to both of us, but okay. And we are the 3 gentlemen that make up, well, gentlemen is used loosely. Anyway,
very loosely.
that make up Anime Circuit. I guess we'll see you guys next time.
We're doing Buso Rinken.